Hey YouTube, welcome to our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do.
Well, joining us now is Jeff Watson. He's worked with children and youth in the mental health field for close to 20 years. Also, he's a producer creating cartoons and series for youth that promote mental health and wellness. And you're here to talk to us about those things. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me here.
One of the things, Jeff, that we've been trying to do in this program is to talk about mental illness because of the stigma. Are things getting better?
The stigma is a big thing. When you think about stigma around mental health, in the past we looked at mental health as an illness that, something that needs to be addressed by a medical professional. But I think the more they've talked about destigmatizing mental health and they've just recently, in the last probably 3-4 years, penned it mental health and wellness. It's kind of, they've brought it to a place where they're saying mental health belongs to everyone. All of us are, all of us get sad. All of us get worried. And it's just where we sit on that spectrum. Some are on the low end of the spectrum. Some do need medical intervention. But at the low end, there's lots we can do, that can, before we have to get to that place. And so the stigma is, it's something that we're overcoming, I think.
We are. You feel that we are overcoming it?
I believe so, and there's a lot of great initiatives out there that are helping to make that happen. Like Bell Let's Talk, and there's lots of other different initiatives. TELUS does a lot of stuff with mental health and wellness around destigmatizing what's happening. So
I think, you look at, and what really I think has been helpful for me in conversations with people is if you had a pain in your finger and you took medication for it, went to the doctor, so what could I do? Nobody judges you for that. Yeah. And so if you have something that's going on with your mental health and you have to go see a doctor about it, because I think that line is, yeah, people can say you're anxious or worried, but when you get medication or things like that, people find it harder to just talk about. But when we normalize it,
absolutely,
it makes all the difference. How important is it that each of us is looking at our mental health and wellness?
I think it's really important to be monitoring it constantly. Like I've spent a lot of time working with children and youth, everywhere from clinical settings to group settings to workshops. And one thing that I kind of try to promote is be cognizant of how often how you're feeling interrupts your daily flow of life. And I think when you can look at that, that's kind of a good marker to know when you need extra help or when there's something you could deal with organically, so it's something we need to monitor on an ongoing basis. And and we know when we're tired, that's when our mental health can kind of wane and dwindle a little bit sometimes, or when we're hungry. There's a lot of things, when we're not exercising, when there's relationships in our lives that are causing us stress. So these are the things we need to monitor, all these kind of little things along the way, and so lots of great first steps before we have to go and see a doctor. I think there's a lot of stuff that we can look at organically.
Yeah, and you talk about we're all on that scale somewhere when it comes to mental health. It's same with our physical bodies as well, the exercise and some of those things that are so important. So Jeff, thank you for your tips today. And we've got people, Cheryl, that are standing by that'll talk to you. Now, these are not professional people, but they can point you in the right direction. We have met many people call in. They've been depressed, they're struggling with mental health issues, or somebody they know. Please know that we do have people that will talk to you and then can point you in the right direction, and certainly pray for you, because that's such a key important component of this. Give us a call, 1-866-273-4444, or you can email us at prayer@crossroads.ca.
And I do hope that you make that call. Support is key to overcoming the things that we're facing and getting through it. Well, hey, all this month we're taking an in-depth look at the world's best-selling and most read book, the Bible. Today we're looking at how it came to be. How did they decide which books go into the scripture? Here's an excerpt from our documentary, The Bible and You.